Everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. So I was trying to go to bed and I got woken up to do some messages. So here we are, rocking it, okay? Why are y'all so stressed out? Alright. I'm on that Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 10 of Wands. I feel like we've talked about this before, haven't we? When we're carrying a big ass load, and it's like above our eyes, and we're walking down the road. Eventually, we're gonna have to drop something, right? Eventually, we're gonna have to ask somebody for help, or let somebody help us, or maybe there's somebody in your life who could use your help. I don't know. Oh. Taurus, your cards are soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, in case you're wondering. And you have cycles. You have grateful in reverse and breathe. So I feel like maybe there was a situation where someone took you for granted, you took them for granted. You're being guided along your way and you are moving forward, even though you might feel like you're still stuck in a cycle, which some of you might be. You know that there's a situation that isn't working, and then there's a new relationship that's here, but you need to make a choice on like what way you're going to move with this, you know, because I feel like somebody in the situation knows what they want. Somebody's getting ready to like cut ties. Someone's getting ready to leave a relationship, and the 3 of Cups in reverse with the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like you've tried to work on this. You've tried to be here for someone. You tried to be supportive. Like, this could be like a friend of yours that you work with that like really isn't doing anything to benefit your life in any way, but like you're trying to be cool with them. You know, they might be going through something in their life right now where, you know, things just aren't going right, and whatever the case may be, maybe they lost some money. I feel like maybe you lost money. Something didn't get off the ground the way that you thought it would. So now you're trying to take control of this. And in the midst of whatever's going on with your job and your friends, first of all, you need to breathe. So let's just say a woo-saw one time for the one tie. Woo-saw, Taurus. You might need to end the cycle with your ungrateful ass ex who is not changing. They're still not doing shit. They're still having other people involved. You tried to teach them, you tried to show them, and they're still kind of a raging bitch at the end of the day. They're the one that's a scorned woman. So I think it's time to make a decision about this. It's time to make the decision to move forward. But a part of you isn't sure like what direction you want to go next, because I think you burned some bridges. I feel like there's someone that you have passion for, there's someone that you want. But this person might have options. You might be staying in a situation because of children. 6 of Cups with the 9 of Wands. You guys are really kind of blocking yourselves off to letting anyone get close to you because of everything that you've been through. And you watched me read the cards. You watched me tell you that this is your soulmate, this is a good connection. But you're confusing the two. Maybe there's 2 different people you're dealing with the same sign. Maybe these 2 situations seem awfully familiar to you because it's triggering some past situations. But I feel like there's someone here that's really getting bored with this shit. Like someone doesn't even know like what you feel, like what you want. Maybe like, do they make you happy? Like, do you want to actually see them? Are you gonna make a decision about what you want to do? Like, this hit pretty deep for you, and it's you're being triggered right now. I think that there's a cycle that either just ended where you kind of need to release that energy. And I think I talked about this in the last video, like taking the deep breaths and releasing that energy, because I feel like you're holding on to it and you're kind of a rager. Not that that's a bad thing, because I've been there for most of my life. But I know what it does to you. It literally your stress will kill your immune system, and then you'll be sitting here looking like me, which is Edward Cullen, the girl version, with an infection that won't go away. And I don't really know. I'm just not completely back to where I should be because I drained myself to that point. And I'm just encouraging you not to do that, because there's nothing you can do for one of these situations here, or these people, or these things. And I think that that it's necessary for you to kind of like, you're trying to help them, you're guiding them along, but it's also necessary for you to move forward with your life too. And there's nothing you can do about that, You don't have to feel bad for that, even no matter how long you've known someone. Be careful, be mindful of who you're actually pushing away and who you're actually like taking it out on. And I think that's important to remember, or who you did take it out on, or something along that line. Virgo. You have the Ten of Wands as the underlying card as well. You have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You have the rejection card. This goes back to probably pre-programmed church ideas about God and the Bible, and not feeling like you ever really fit in anywhere, and like you're a spiritual person, I feel like, to your core, but you're not really sure how to open that space up because of everything that you've been through. And that might be why some of you guys have stayed in relationships with other people, because you know what that feels like to be rejected by everyone, so you didn't want them to feel that. I feel like some of you guys are trying to think about something and trying to fix it because you don't want anyone to feel rejected. You have the Eight of Cups in reverse. You have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords in reverse. There was something that was really painful for you. I feel like there was someone in your life who was playing some mind games, maybe drinking a little bit too much with their buddies, maybe cheated, maybe didn't, or maybe there's just too much of some shit going on. Definitely a problem with alcohol. Definitely affecting the way this person thinks, and there's definitely some mental illness that's a factor here. They could have also been rejected as a child by one or both of their parents, or just been through something where they don't know who to let in and how to accept love, because it was never offered to them in that way, or the way people showed them love was maybe by buying them things or whatever the case may be, and they don't really know how to process their emotions. And you can clearly tell by the outside looking in, because of how you guys are observant, that this person has some very serious issues mentally, and it's like they're fighting with themselves. But somewhere along the line, they've also kind of taken it out on you. And I don't necessarily feel like it's completely malicious, but I do feel like there's some issues. The Eight of Cups in reverse is someone who is trying to come back into your life, someone who wants to make things right with you after this ending, but you're like looking down and you're like, you know how bad this hurt you. You know how much it almost fucking killed you. It almost took you out completely because of how much you cared, how deep this shit goes with this. But the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're changing the way this is change. So if that's what you want to know, I feel like if no one else is changing in this, you're changing the way you think. You're changing the way you bottle up your emotions and hold on to things. You're dealing with these rejection feelings. You're dealing with your spirituality. You're thinking about things. You're trying to modify yourself. And that's very positive. That's a very positive thing for you. You're also being guided. It's important for you to know that. Who the fuck cares what religious upbringing you got? It's fucking complete programming and bullshit. And I think that everyone can find their spirituality on whatever level that is for you. And who cares what anyone else says? The right people will love and support you regardless. And you guys are loved, hands down. There are people that would die for you. And I can just say that personally about the ones in my life. There is no limit to what people would do for you guys in your life, so don't carry this yourself. Don't think that you have to be strong all the time and not talk about stuff and not get help, because you do owe it to yourself to not let this internally fuck you up, holding on to things, suppressing things, not talking about them. All that really does is destroy your body, because when you hold on to pain, it destroys you. It'll affect different organs in your body. And the more I'm learning about this, the more it makes sense. We've held on to things for so long, it's time to let it go. You're going to be guided to the way you're supposed to go. And it might feel like all the waves are crashing down sometimes, but breathe and know that you are being guided, you're loved, you're protected. You guys are beautiful people inside and out. And you need to stop and remember that you can't fix things all the time, even though you want to, that you're going to have to kind of stop and think about things, and more things are going to be brought up to you, but it's going to help you along the way. And it's meant to be malicious for you, but you don't have to carry everything on your own all the time. That there are people like in your life that are supposed to help you, that are meant to help you, and you should let them. Capricorn. Well, damn. Some of you guys are going through divorce. Some of you guys might be witnessing a divorce. Some kind of loss in your family. Could be financial. You have a lot of things going on too. You have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So is this a partnership at your job? Is this a relationship? Is this somebody wants to work on it? But this person that wants to work on it has a big issue with self-love, and you can't fix that for them. Don't. And I'm not trying to be a bitch. People got to do that on their own. You're just going to deplete yourself. Someone might have had a heart attack, to be honest, or they're on the verge of having a heart attack. Someone's father, mother. There's a lot of stress here that someone's carrying, and I feel like if there is a parent or someone in your life that, when you think about this situation, somewhere where you left, maybe you lived with them once upon a time, but you left because there were someone doing drugs, there was someone who was suffering from depression, or you left because there was just too much going on. Be careful with this. This person needs to rest. If this is you, you need to rest. What you should know is the situation that you left was toxic. It was abusive. It was pretty much the fucking devil. It wasn't something that you needed to be around. So if you got yourself out of it, that's good. You needed to. This little girl has, she's running through the thing and she's got a little bumblebee on a string. Like, this is something you needed to do. This wasn't an environment that you should have been in anyway. Try to get more sleep. There's going to be some things revealed to you in your dreams. And then you have sensitivity. Your heart chakra, and probably, if you can, start eating some green vegetables, green fruit. Wear the color green. You're going to be really sensitive to food and in your environment right now. Probably allergies. Just your environment in general. She's got some flowers and like acorns around her neck, so maybe look up what that means. Maybe there's something in those that would be good for you to wear around your neck. She's wearing something around her neck. It looks like some kind of like dried. The thyme comes to mind. Maybe it has something to do with some kind of spice. I don't know what's in acorns, but the Ten of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. This talks about a loss. And honestly, with the swords being through the heart, it could have been a heart attack. I see indigestion for somebody too. That's sorry. But I just think that someone's been through a lot, and I feel like they want to apologize. They want to make things right, in their stress level is like through the roof, or yours is. But I just feel like there was some heartbreak here when it came to a relationship recently, and you're kind of still holding on to this version of something. You don't have to carry this anymore. You don't have to carry someone else's pain. You don't, and not only that, but you're very sensitive to other things around you right now. So to hold on to someone else and trying to transmute all the time isn't going to work. Believe me. Look at me. Edward Cullen's sister, remember? I'm just saying, we can't fix everybody. I do see you changing your mindset, though, and you're not going to be in this situation where you're stuck anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like you know what works, what doesn't, who's actually going to work with you, who's going to work on themselves, and you're going to move forward like a boss. So that's all I have for my earth signs. Good night.